Greetings traders, it is Monday, July 16th, 2018. I've got a short position here, need to reset the stop, I'll be right back. Okay, so taking a look here on the daily chart, that's what it looks like right there. So we have a code 2 saying go short right at the bottom of the daily. So good trade here, should be a good trade. My entry isn't very good though, and my stop is set to 69.60. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. That is a code 2 stop. Okay, I will come back. Okay, I'm going to go for 100 ticks on this trade, down to 68.25 on the exit. That's 100 ticks, 69.25 down to 68.25. And let's go take a look at the daily again. See where we are right there. So basically what's happening is now is we're getting a code 2 say go short right at the bottom of a daily. So in other words, it's not a reversal code. It's a continuation code. And usually always when you get a continuation code like that, it's going to go down quite a bit more, especially on the downside. Sometimes on the continuation codes on the upside, they sometimes can roll over a little earlier than you thought and come back down, not go as high. But on the downside, they really go if they get a continuation code. And right now that's what we're getting right now is a continuation code. So we should be able to get a pretty good drop down. That's why I am going for 100 ticks down to 68.25. Okay, I will come back. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showed you it or not, but the stop is at 69.60. I'll come back. And this is what the 10-minute looks like. It's just chopping around up here before it finally makes a move down again. But pretty choppy up here. Anyway, it'll make a move. Just a matter of when. I'll come back. Looks like it might be getting ready to drop out here. Starting to head down. Again, we're sitting at the bottom of a daily here. Anyway, still continuing to be a bit choppy. But anyway, I will come back. By the way, just to verify the time and the price of oil, right now it's saying that oil, or CBC is saying that oil is 69.31, down $1.70. Let's go take a look at 69.31, and we're sitting at 69.22 right now. I'm in at 25, so just a few ticks off, and it was 31 just a little bit ago up here. So as you can see, CNBC is saying the same thing as this software is saying. If it was any other price, any other time of the day, for instance, on this chart, it would be a totally different price. It started off at $70 and it came down, it was $69, and it came all the way down. It's down at the bottom of $69. Now it's $69.20 now. So again, if it was at a different time of day or something like that, it would be a different price. Anyway, still waiting for it to break down and come down here. It's got a long ways to go for 100 ticks, so I have to be very, very, very patient. And I will come back. Okay, it's continuing to move down here, almost 20 ticks ahead, but a long ways to go, so I will come back. Up 25 ticks now. 75 ticks to go. Okay, I'm going to get another signal here on whether this thing is going to go long or go short. Obviously, since I'm already in, I would like to see it go short, so I'll just hang on to it. If it goes long, then I will need to take a long entry. This is, yeah, so anyway, I will come back as soon as I've got a read on the signal. which direction it wants to go. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got a code 2 short signal. So we're already short, so all we have to do is just hold it now, and it will make it all the way down to the exit without too much difficulty. Because let's see here, let's see, 60. Yeah, you can do it. It should be no problem at all. In fact, we could go for more ticks. Take a look at the daily. Yeah, we can go for more ticks here. I'm already going for 100. We could go for more. I'm thinking, let's see, where I'm down at 68.25. That puts me right about here. 68.25. I could probably get 68. That would be an extra 20. Or even 25. Extra 25 ticks. Possibly we could even get an extra 50 on top of that, which would be an extra 75 ticks. Or I could just keep it at 100 ticks and keep the math relatively high. Back when, when we used to do this all the time, before, a few years ago, we're starting, back in 2010, let's say, 2000, all the way up to 2016, and even later, maybe I have to back up 2015, something like that, I have to look at it, but whatever it is, we were hitting 100 ticks every day. Now we're just starting to get back up there again, where we can start to hit these 100 tick trades again. This is going to be one of them right here. Anyway, and I've hit a few lately too. Anyway, so I will come back. Readjusting this stop to 69.09. Readjusting the stop, taking it down. Okay, there is break even, and below that is profit. I'm going to put it at 09. 69.09. And the reason for that is because if it were to go back up there and hit that stop, we're going to want to take a long position. It will be a code 2 long entry. So I'll be able to lock in a little bit of profit right there, and then we will go long right there if that stop gets hit. That's not a normal thing to happen, only in special circumstances when the code calls for it. Does something like this happen? And on this particular occasion, this is exactly what's happening. And this is also, well, anyway, yes, that's exactly what's happening. Anyway, it's likely just to continue to go down here and go hit my 100 ticks. I will come back. Let's go take a look at CNBC and see if they've caught up. Biggest business inventories rise, sales gain, biggest in 8 months. Let's go look at oil. Okay, it's saying oil's now at 69.07. Let's just refresh it one time. 69.07, and it's down 68.83 now. It was up at 69.07 just a little bit ago, though, right up here. Take a look at the 10-minute. You can see it was at 69.07, just a little bit over here. Anyway, we are heading down. It doesn't really get any better than this. When you get a code 2 entry to go short and you're at the bottom of a daily chart, it just keeps on going. And it should be an easy 100 ticks. Now, if I wanted to, I could go for more. I'm still thinking about it right now. I'm thinking this thing could come down. It's a possibility. It could come all the way down to like 67.50. That would be an extra 100 ticks from this 125 ticks from its current location. An extra 125 more ticks, or 50, that would be 75 more ticks for me. So instead of 100, it'd be 175. It's just that if I go for it, the math is reduced, versus if I go for the 100, math is pretty good. All right, hang on a second. It's a possibility we could be getting reversal right here. All right, I need to figure it out here. Okay. At 68.83, I'm going to jump out of this trade. Actually, I think I'm going to... Let's hope it doesn't go up there. Let's hope it continues to go down right here and we're good. If it goes up there, I'm just trying to think what the math is. Well, the best thing for me to do then would be to go long off of it, and if wrong, I would take a small loss and go back short. If right, okay, it's too late. Hang on, okay, it's too late. It's just short. It's short all the way. Or all the way short here. It's going to do nothing but go down. Okay, so we're getting fairly close to the exit. Exit's down at 68.25 for 100 ticks. And I will come back. Oil is sort of keeping up at 68.95 now. We'll refresh it again. 68.95, but it's lower than that. It keeps going lower, obviously. It just keeps going down, so updates itself every 15 minutes or so, probably on CNBC. Anyway, halfway there to the 100 tick exit, halfway to go. Okay, it's getting within striking distance of the exit. It was just 25 ticks away right there, or almost 25 ticks away, I should say. It's 30 ticks away right now. So getting close, and again, I could go for more ticks if I wanted to. I mean, the occasion does call for it right now to go for even more, but I mean, if you can make 100 ticks a day, isn't that really good enough? But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going for more here. We'll see what it does, see what it looks like, see how long it takes to get down there. And I may push it for, let's say 125 ticks and go down to 68 even, which puts me, puts me right down here, 68 even. So it would have to go down a bit further in order to hit that, of course. Anyway, I'll come back. Okay, getting closer here, about 20 ticks away from the exit of 25 for 100 ticks. I will come back. Today could be classified as an easy day today. Just one trade, 100 ticks, and very, very simple. All you had to do on this one was go for it. Go for the 100 ticks. Of course, I haven't made it yet, but let's assume that I will make it. You had to go for it. If you didn't go for it, then how can you make it when you get out before the 100 ticks, you know? And you know, it's always easier said than done, obviously, but the reality is when oil starts moving like it has been, and like it is now, I mean, look at this move. When oil starts moving like that, you can hit 100 tick trades and do it often. So it makes it worthwhile to go for them because you can hit them. Because every time you do hit them, your account gets much more ahead. And then maybe you go a little bit, you don't hit it, but then you hit it again, much more ahead. And so sometimes it can be frustrating, you know, to get 90 ticks, not get the 100, and it goes back the other way. Just whatever you do, don't hold on to it all the way back to break even. You got to take a profit. You got to take 40 ticks. You got to take 50 ticks. You got to take 60 ticks. You got to take 30 ticks at least. I mean, you know, you got to take something. Get out somewhere. Now there's a way that you can use the codes for that. I have reset the stop. The stop is locking in trades. Now I could do that again if I wanted to. I could lock in even more, but I don't need to. I simply don't need to. All the codes are saying go short. It's one of those days where it just makes a big move down. The only thing I could do, which would be reasonable, would be to go for more ticks, because it's likely to keep going. But anyway, I'm just going to go for the 100, getting real close to being there, and I'm going to call it a day after that. I'll be back. Let's go see how CME. Okay, 68.70, and okay, that was quite a ways away. It was up there a little while ago. 68.70, it was right up there, right then. Been coming down since, though. So anyway, popping back up here on me a little bit. I'm not going to get out of the trade. The chances of me being able to hit 100 ticks today are pretty darn high. And when I get that kind of mathematics, I don't want to go against it. Although it did come like what, 35. Yeah, it came really close to my exit. Anyway, it'll go back down and hit it. Watch. Okay, I'll be back. Now CNBC is saying 59, 68.59. It's catching up there. Refresh it again. Yeah, 68.59, and we're almost right there. 59 was just a short time ago. Yeah. Yep, right there. So it's catching up. Does a pretty good job at it. It's always behind, obviously, but anyway, I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to set the stop to 68.52. Let's go ahead and start locking in profits. $68.52. 68.52 on the stop. Tighten the stop way up. So it's either going to go down from here or it's going to go up. If it starts going up, I'm going to get out. If it continues to go down, obviously I'll stay in until it hits the 25 ticks. I mean the 100 ticks. So anyway, I am simply locking in some ticks here because there is a possibility that it could pop back up before it moves back down. I don't want to wait. If it just continues to move down, fine, it'll go hit the exit real easy. If not, it pops back up. It'll do one of two things. It'll either pop back up and then come back down, or it'll pop back up, give a long entry, and keep going up. So either way, I don't want to hold on to it going up. I only want to hold on to it if it continues to go down. So anyway, real simple mathematical game, logical game, and just how you want to play it. I view it as I'm giving it a chance to go down. So I'm giving it a mathematical chance to go hit my exit. I'm not just bailing out right here and saying, okay, let me just take it. I'm willing to give up some ticks to give it that chance. Because otherwise I could just get out right here and take the profit here. But I'm willing to take a risk and give up some ticks. I'm put that at a a logical place, not an illogical place. But it's not using the code though. It's not using the code. It's just in a logical chart position. And then I'm giving it a chance to go make the exit. Sometimes I get burned this way, sometimes I don't, but either way I'm a winner as far as I'm concerned, because if it hits up there, I still hit a lot of profit for the day. Either way, I come out way ahead, I'm done for the day, and I'm good. I'm just giving the trade a technical chance to go down and hit that 100 tick exit. Anyway, I will come back and show you what happened. Looks like it might go up here though. I'll come back. Okay, it's getting real close to the exit here. Almost there. What did it go down to? It down to 68.29 was the current low. Just need to go a little bit lower and it'll get me out. Actually, you know what? I need to adjust this exit. We're about to get another entry. Let me take it down to 68 for an extra 25 ticks. Okay, down to 68 for an extra 25 ticks for 125 ticks here. Now I need to think about where I need to lock it. Okay, we're getting a long signal, getting out. Okay, out of the trade. Okay, I'm back in trade here. We've got a long signal off of code 2 to go long here. So this is going to be another good sized trade right here. Let me try to calculate what I think I can get. Hold on, first let me place the stop again. Okay, 68.28. Alright, stop's placed. Okay, and the exit, let me see here, let me think about this. Should be able to get, let's call it 68.40. Where am I currently at? I'm at 68.89. I should be able to get 69.40. 89. That's 50. That's 60. That's 70. That's 80 ticks right there. Let's take it up to 80 ticks. 80 ticks looks pretty good. That's it also gives me a buffer up there too a little bit. So 69.29. 69.29 will put me right here on the chart, on the 10-minute chart. So I just got a code 2 signal to go long right here. Should be able to make it up there again. Should be able to get a nice bounce right here. So anyway, I will come back. Oh, and the stop is set to 68.28. I'll be back. See, when you're trading and you're using the code, and you're on top of the code with the tracking it, that's of course what I offer my charting service for, because I track it, and of course I'm really good at tracking it. And when you're doing that, it's not very hard to get yourself going in the right direction. As you can see now, I am taking a radical move for it to completely reverse from its downward trend all day long. Right? All day long. We could back up a little bit more here. See, it went sideways for a bit, and then it just went down. And then it went down, it went sideways for a bit, and went down. Right? And then all of a sudden I come in and say, okay, you're done going down, and now you're going to go up, and you're going to go up for 80 ticks. I mean, you know, there's no, you see, why? How can you know that? Why would it do what you think it's going to do? You just get lucky once in a while and guess the bottom? Well, that is, you know, people do get lucky once in a while guessing the bottom. I mean, if this was really trading, I used to be really good at that, actually. I used to bounce stocks and catch bottoms and stuff. And but this has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the code. That's why I know it's going to go up. Because its movement was already predetermined today. And because of that predetermination, I'm able to, it has flaws in it. It has tells to it. Something it does which gives itself away that it's going to do a certain thing, go up or down. And that's what I call the code. And so I know from using the code, seeing the code, that it's going to go up. And I know about what I can get. It usually goes up and reverses like that off of a big move down. Okay, let's look at it a better view. Let's look at it on the daily. It will usually go up around halfway to 70% of the way. So let's say it's going to go about halfway. It was right about here, 69.50. Where's my exit at? 69.29. I'm below the halfway mark right there. I put it there on purpose so I could get a little bit of a buffer. It doesn't quite make it halfway, but almost. I'll get out. If it makes it halfway, then boom, I get out no problem with something to spare. So anyway, when you know the codes, you can just follow the codes. Code says go long, you go long. Code says go short, you go short. And you can do really super well. Just like I hit it going down, now I'm going to hit it going back up. Piece of cake. But obviously you have to stay at the computer like this for quite a while. As long as you're willing to do that, that won't work. You could sit there and make money almost all day, every day, almost. Not every day, not all day. But oil provides a lot of opportunity, though, to make a lot of money from it on a consistent basis. Anyway, I will come back. And right now happens to be particularly good, too. So, good time to start trading oil. By the way, that last trade came 4 ticks away from my 100 tick exit. Close, but no cigar right there. Let's see, let's take a look at it. The low was at 68.29 and my exit was at 68.25. So 4 ticks away, almost made it, but not quite. Anyway, going for 80 ticks on this particular trade, and exit set to 69.29. I'll be back. And I'll just tell all of you something. This is my opinion, but if this thing really did trade, it would be nowhere near as good as what it is, because not only does it move a lot, it also has a code to it. In other words, it has a system where it tells what it's going to do, which is what I call the code. And it's a flaw in their programming. And it allows you to be able to know which direction it's going to go and allow you to hit some good sized trades like you see me doing. Just takes time and practice, of course. By the way, let's go over to CNBC again and see what they say oil's at. Been making a big move up, so they'll probably be behind. Oh, leave me alone. They're probably behind right now, say 68.39. Oh, come on, you're saying CNBC needs to be blocked? Get up, go away. 68.39, they're saying, right? And it's 68.73 now. So, but it was 68.39 just a little while ago. What's the low on that one? 652. It was over here. 68.39. It was over here. So it's about 15 minutes ago, I would say, roughly. Anyway, I will come back. But as you can see, oil. CNBC is saying that the price of oil is basically the same price as what you are seeing here on the software, which goes to show that this isn't some type of a replay or something like that. It's the same time as is showing. It is 8:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or California time, USA. Anyway, I will come back. All of you code traders and all of you charting subscribers should have nailed the trade today. 2 really good codes, very, very simple. And I should have nailed them, and should have been probably already out for a nice trade. I just am stretching it out here and going for bigger ticks. I went for 100, I almost got it, came real close. I ended up with like 80 ticks, and now I'm going for 80 ticks going the other direction, going up. And I think I should be able to get it. There's a good chance anyway. So anyway, I will come back. Let me make sure, do I have the stop set on this thing? Let's see here. Stop needs to be placed at 68.28. Where do I have the stop at? Yep, I've got it there. See? Code always tells you exactly where to place the stop. Down to the tick. So you never have to worry about that. Anyway, I will come back. I'm going to place a break-even stop here. Let's bring it up. Okay, we're going to place it at 50. I'm going to let that go ahead and come down and hit. And get out. I've got an entry coming up here. This entry could be a short position or a short entry. I don't know yet. I need to wait for the signal to come. It's going to give me one, and I'm going to take another entry. I'll be back. I can't tell yet right now, but it looks like it's going to be a short signal. Like it wants to go short here. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a short. But I'm going to wait for confirmation. Okay, I will come back as soon as I've taken an entry. Okay, I've got a short position. Setting the stop to 68.58. 68.58 on the stop. Okay, exit is going to be set. Let's go for something good here. That's 40. That's 60. Let's go for at least 60. All right, let me take a look at the daily. Wait a second now. So that basically means all codes are almost short, just about. Yeah. If you think about this, how many ticks is that? 68.18 up to 70. That's already very big. Large 260. Okay. I'm just going to go for 60 ticks here. 60 ticks. In order for it to hit that, it's going to have to go over 300 ticks today. 300 ticks down. Okay. Just going to go for 60 on this trade. I'll come back. So if it goes down and hits my exit down there at 67.73, it'll be about 320 tick move down. This one is a 420 tick move down. This one will be about 320 if it hits my exit. So it's definitely what you would call a big day. And normally I would think that the code 2 here would give a long signal, and usually it does. But this day and this day, actually I'm not sure about this day, but this day, no, it wants to just keep going short. I think this day did too. It just kept going short, and it went all the way down. Only late did it go back up a bit. So this one's probably going to do similar, and it's going to keep going down here, and hopefully hit the 60 tick exit for me, and that's it. You know, it's really not too hard to do this. But as you can see, on the first trade, I went long, and it went up and then came back down, and then I went short, and I lost on that one, went short, and then I won, and then I went long, and I'm not sure if I won a little bit on that. I think I broke even on that one. Yeah, I broke even on that one, and then now I'm short, and I'm going for it again here on more. You know, you always have to follow the codes and always not be afraid to trade and not be afraid to get in, and you know, If you ever are a trader and you're afraid to actually place trades, that's really super bad. You know, imagine you build houses for a living and you were afraid to build houses. You know, that would be bad. You know, it'd be very bad for a business. Um, or let's say that you know, you were a pilot, commercial pilot, and you flew for the public around the world or whatever, but you were afraid to fly. You know, that'd be, you know, not be good. Same thing with trading. You know, if you're gonna trade, you can't be afraid to take trades. The only thing that you should be afraid of is getting it the direction wrong. Be afraid of that, but don't be afraid to get in, because you got to get in, you know. And if you know the codes and you've practiced them, then you can get yourself into some really good trades. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. Anyway, I will come back. I think CNBC should probably have had enough time because it's gone sideways for a while. So if we go over to CNBC, they should basically say it's the same price. Okay, 68.54 is what they're saying it is. Must have come down a bit since then, huh? Yeah, it did. Okay, 68.54 was right about up here. So, and it just made a dive down within the last 10 minutes. So, anyway, they're keeping up pretty good. I'll come back. And you know, the reason why I mentioned about being afraid to trade is there are people out there who do get like that. You know, you really need to have a good system to use. Something that is going to make you win more trades than lose. That way, even if you're afraid and you see your account going up, it'll help alleviate some of the fear. But if you're afraid to trade and then you see your account going down, well, that, you know, exasperates the fear and makes it a lot worse, obviously. And even to the point where it's impossible. If you find yourself to the point where you sit there and watch it, and you watch it, but you won't trade, you are in a bad situation. You need to stop, basically. You need to somehow either decide one way or another. Either A, you're going to figure out a way to get over it, or B, you're just going to stop. You know, realize it's not something you should be doing, not healthy for you. You know, I don't know, I can't speak for all traders. There's a lot of different traders out there. I've known a lot of women traders, you know, they have a totally different personality, and yet they do good trading. But for me, trading's like, it's like riding a cafe motorcycle, you know, or anything like that, like being on the edge or having a thrill, or like, I wouldn't call it gambling. It's almost, sometimes I can look at it like a video game that you make money at. You know, you just kind of like, you got to get good at the video game, you know. And since it actually has a code to it, you can actually really do that and have a mathematical way to do it. Have a logical way to do it, let's put it that way. I keep using the word math, but people think it's complex math. It's talking about really super simple math, but it's math nonetheless. And, or you could just say it's logic if you wanted to. It basically is. So anyway, it's really not that difficult, but it is something that needs to be practiced and gotten good at. But anyway, I am waiting here. It's going to take a while, I think, to reach the exit, but on this particular one, we'll have to be a bit patient for it to go. I'll come back. But again, today was another easy day. Very simple. Codes are working really super good. In fact, it's mind-boggling how good they're working. They have never worked this good before, ever. Before, we used to just get one trade, one good one, for the USA session, and now we get multiple good ones. You know, I almost hit that trade earlier for 100 ticks. If I'd, let's just say I would have hit it, I would have already been up 100, and then I'd be in this trade now, short, going for another 60, which would put me at 160 ticks for the day. I think I'm at 140 I'm going for right now. 80 plus 60, yeah, that's 140. So even now I'm going to go ahead and hit 140 ticks if I hit this trade. But again, for you traders out there, you got to develop the patience to be able to sit in the trade and wait, not get scared, not get out every time it starts going back the wrong way on you. I mean, you imagine that? And every time, let's take a look at the 1 minute. See it a little bit better on the 1 minute. Imagine every time, you know, it started going back up, you started getting scared, you know, and this one, you know, and it goes down and comes back up again, you know. Can't let any of that bother you at all, you know. You have to just stay in the trade, know what you can get, and go for it. And there's a way to know what you can get. You can know that in the charting service. You can know that by measuring it yourself. I also teach how to do that in my trading course. How to measure the code to see what it's good for, and then you go for what it's good for. Anyway, I will come back. I sure hope this thing makes a move soon. It's a little past 11 o'clock at night out here, and just getting tired, so hopefully it's going to make a move here within 30 minutes or so, and or at least by an hour. If not, I'm just going to manually get out. So, but I'll give it a chance to go ahead and hit that exit. I'll be back. Okay, it's getting really late here, and I need to get going, so I'm going to go ahead and exit the trade. Although it is just moving down just right now. Maybe I'll give it a chance to move down here a bit. Yeah, I'm going to get ready just to go ahead and exit. I'm sorry, my girl's making dinner. Late dinner. Okay. Alright, I'm out right there. Okay, so I'm done for the day. I'm very, very tired. I didn't get as much as I wanted to, but all in all, still a very good day today. Over 100 ticks, and you know, it's a combination of oil's really moving, and the codes are working really good, and it's just making everything really easy. Going up, going down. You know, if oil moves like this, the codes just work fantastic. It's only when it gets really choppy and dry that the codes start to become more tricky and stuff, and you know, harder, because not only is it more tricky, but it's harder to make as many ticks. But when the codes are like this, it's just, I mean, today was very, very easy. And look, I could be hanging on to it right here, going even lower, going for more. Probably go hit my exit for 60 ticks. But I just don't want to wait any longer. So anyway, I'm done for the day. I'll be back tomorrow and Tuesday to do some more trading. All of you code traders, especially you charting subscribers, should have easily hit the trade today. It was very, very simple. It doesn't get any easier than that. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Happy trading out there.